So you hear that grinding sound? That's because I didn't grease my boat. It's pretty important that you do that. Slipped my mind. The other thing that I did wrong was I didn't keep the healthy battery enough. Because at first I didn't think this boat worked anymore, but apparently it does. I just wasn't taking good care of the battery, and yeah, I just need to keep up charging it more, and it'll work just like it did last summer. Yeah, with these bigger boats, faster they go, the more things you got to remember. So I had just enough battery to bring it back in. So my friend, he had this secret spot that he said we had to hike up this really steep rocks to get up here, and there's all these locations.
Ooh, you're close.
Right here, I was trying to be careful with my boat while going down this. This is actually the advantage of having a small boat. You can do things like this. We were so surprised that it actually just floated down there. I wonder what would happen if I would have hit the accelerate button like right after it just dropped in there. Would have gone forward because the current kind of turned it so it went backwards, and I had to go backwards. Was the only way to get out of it. It was kind of weird. So you'll see that there's like several of these. So we would just go to different ones and then I'd try them out. Sometimes I would barely have enough room. And I would always have to readjust the boat based on the water, kind of get a good feel of it before like really going too fast. Because I never knew how like shallow it was. So this is my first attempt getting to this other side of it, and I got the boat stuck right there. I did eventually end up trying it again. And you just had to go to the other side of it, made it right through.
That was cool.
This other part, there was another stream that I probably could have gone down, but I didn't want to risk like getting it scratched. So I really didn't want to. Yeah, that looked like a long drop. I didn't want to put it there.
You're gonna let it fall down
So
there
instead, I decided to bring the boat back up where I came from, and you had to give it a little bit of gas, but eventually it did make it.
No way, you actually got that.
My friend was amazed.
That was
So this is actually the main part, and on the other side of the wall, it's actually a dam, and there's lots and lots of water on the other side. If this dam ever collapsed, me and my friend, I don't know what would happen to us. It just wouldn't be good. That's what my friend kept saying, and I'm like, why is he saying this to me? Why are we here? So whenever I got too far away from the boat, I would always make sure that I would go slow, because I don't know, you can't really see it too well, but there's actually like a lot of rocks in the bottom. Well, you can see it a little bit right there. So yeah, I really didn't really want to go that fast.
okay. Chris is
I don't think I really went full power too much, especially in a spot like right here. Trying to make this turn was really difficult. Even though I adjusted my settings like
You were so
twice, 'cause
close.
there's it's called trim on the remote, where you can have it go more to the left, more go to the right, like for sharper turns. But it still didn't seem to be like enough to make it. So I would get close, but it just never was enough. Even like right here, I just didn't want to risk it. Yeah, it was better to not have my boat all scratched up by a bunch of rocks. You'll see at the end the shape of my boat at the end of this video. I will show that. It's actually will make you laugh. So I actually decided to turn around right here because if it got stuck right over there, it would take me a while to like get over to the other side because we had to climb on these rocks and it was like an obstacle course just to even get to where we were. I think this is the only time where I went like full speed for like 2 seconds. But yeah, this one was even smaller than the other ones. There really wasn't that much room. So turn around. I just played it safe. Go in reverse.
It's a little shallow right there.
And just drive. Yeah, it was pretty fun driving these boats. So if you heard that thumping sound, I actually hit a rock. But don't worry, I checked the boat afterwards and it didn't seem to damage the prop or scratch at all. Right, so here's me bringing it in, and I'm gonna show you what if there's any scratches. Right here, the prop looks good, not a scratch on it. It was amazing, honestly. So we did hit a rock right there with the fishing boat, and then my boat hit my friend's boat. But even after that, still not a scratch on it. I'm just really lucky. I know you don't care about if you hit rocks with your boat. All right, so this is the spot we were at where we had to climb up. Yeah, it was pretty steep. It was awesome. All right, so I'm going to be showing a comparison between my boat last year that was damaged and my boat now. So on the left, that's the Velocity, and on the right, that's the one that I used on the rocks.